Hi, I'm Paul Pasulka, IB Masters Learning Center at ibmasters.com, and today we're going to look at the 15th question from Digital SAT Test 3, Module 1. Number 15 reads, which choice completes the text so that it conforms to the conventions of standard English? When that's a question, you want to look at your answer choices first, because based on the answer choices, there are certain questions you want to ask yourself. When we see these answer choices, I see that 3 of the 4 of them start differently. That's an indication of a concept called modification in word order. What does that mean? Well, if I give you a definition, I'm going to have to give you an example, but I would say a phrase that modifies something must be next to what it's modifying. Here's an example. I cannot say, barking loudly, the tree had the dog's leash wrapped around it, because right after barking loudly comes the tree, and trees don't bark. I cannot say, barking loudly, the dog's leash was wrapped around the tree, because now it makes it sound like the dog's leash is barking. Barking loudly, the dog's leash. Not the dog, the dog's leash. That's gone also. Correct answer would be, barking loudly, the dog wrapped its leash around the tree. Now the dog comes right after it says barking loudly. Dogs bark, so that's good. You get the verb right after that. And if you got rid of the modifying phrase, if you got rid of barking loudly, you would just have the dog wrapped its leash around the tree. It's a complete sentence independent clause without that modifying phrase. Let's go to the answer. Let's go to the passage. Based on genetic evidence, archaeologists have generally agreed that reindeer domestication began in the 11th century CE. However, since uncovering fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer training harness in northern Siberia, what follows a comma has to be who or what has uncovered fragments of a reindeer training harness. So a researcher could do that. Answer choice A, researcher Robert Losey. Or researcher Robert Losey's argument, an argument cannot uncover fragments of reindeer training harness. Domestication cannot uncover fragments of a reindeer training harness. And an argument, like we said, cannot uncover fragments of reindeer training harness. It's got to be answer choice A. I'm going to read with it in place. It should make perfect sense. However, since uncovering fragments of a 2,000-year-old reindeer training harness in northern Siberia, researcher Robert Losey has argued that domestication may have begun much earlier. Not only that, if I read from after the modifying phrase, which is answer choice A to the end of the sentence, it should be an independent clause. Researcher Robert Losey has argued that domestication may have begun much earlier. It is. A is your correct answer. This is a tough concept, but if you master it, it makes these questions so easy because notice, I only had to read the beginning of each answer choice to get the answer right away. Thank you for joining us today. If you like this video, click like. You can share it with someone who has trouble with modification word order. If there's any question you'd like to see answered from any official PSAT or SAT or ACT, leave that in the comments. I'd be happy to shoot a video on it. Click subscribe so you don't miss anything. Bang that bell button and check out our 1-minute videos. If you go to IB Masters Learning Center on YouTube, go to the playlist. The shorter videos are just below these longer videos. If you understand it based on the shorter videos, then you don't need to go through why each answer choice is wrong and also the approach to each of these questions. Have a great day, everybody.